Hi everyone, it's Desiree. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me for another video. Today I'm going to be talking about using headers in your planner spreads. If you don't know what headers are, I love using them in my spreads. So they are little strips like this. This one says, don't forget, take note, that you can add onto your spread. Yeah, they're usually long like this, or they say like remember to do, things like that. I want to say that most of the Happy Planner books, if they're like more on the functional side, they have some type of header. Even like these, like today to do note type of stickers are good to use as headers. So I'm going to go over how I like to use them in my planner spreads. I have a few books that I pulled that have a good amount of headers that I can show you. So the most basic way to use it, and still a good way to use it, is to, actually I'm going to grab another book because this one isn't made for this layout, but to grab a header, and here I have some right here. No one says make it happen. Let me find an actual header. Okay, so these. So we have like meeting, priority, to do, errands, deadline, meeting. So I'm going to take this like priority sticker right here. And these should fit nicely in this classic box, since it is made for the vertical planner. So you could just stick it up on the top. And then you can do like a little list. You take some bullet points and do like a little priority list underneath it. These little check marks. You can do a little list here. So I feel like this is the most common way that you could use it. It's a very functional way to use a list. It kind of brings your attention to that area, like especially since it says priority. So depending on whatever you have going on for that day, if you have a meeting, you could use the meeting one, the errands, and then list out whatever you need for the day. So that's one way that you can use that. Another way that I like to use them is I like layering stickers. So I like to get a box. Usually it's like a plain box, which I did see some in here, I think. I'm actually going to go into this book because I have some boxes right here. So I'm going to grab this gray box right here. Okay. And this one's just a plain colorful box, which is fine. I'm just going to stick it down here in this section. Okay. To me, I like to have a header because it does, again, draw attention towards that area. Gives it more, depending on like what word you do, more importance on it. So you could do, like sometimes I like layering a different color for the contrast, or you could do the same color if you want it to blend in more. So you can do, this one has this big space here, you could cover up the whole space. On the top, I usually like to layer it, and again, I like to do a contrast. So I would stick this like a little offset and put don't forget here. So then that becomes a little bit more important of a box than if it was just a regular plain box. Okay, so this is the way that I use it the most, is like this layering type of look. Another way, now I don't like to use monthly stickers, which I believe are in here. These stickers right here. I don't like to use these in my monthly, which they are made for the monthly since it has this little notch here. I don't know why. I just don't ever use these in my monthly. I try to use them in my regular spreads, and one way that I will cover up this notch is layering it with a header sticker. So let me grab one of the headers over here. That way I can, so I don't like the way that this looks like in a classic spread when it has that weird notch in the corner. So I would just grab a header like this one says to do, and then you can just cover up this area. It's not gonna be perfect, but it'll kind of do the trick like that. So you can cover it up, and then you can do a little to-do list right there. Or if you wanted to, you could do it a little bit more offset, like that. If I can get it straight. You kind of get the idea. You can use a header to cover that up, and then you can use it as a box. There's some other stickers that I don't usually use. This one is, I believe it's like a goal type of book. There are some stickers in here that usually I like to use very functional stickers. I don't do like gratitude or any of that kind of stuff in my planning. So for me, I like these boxes, but then I probably won't use it because it says like gratitude and reflect and different things like that. So one way you can use this if you don't want to have that word there. Sometimes I just ignore the word, but sometimes I want to cover it up with a word that can actually work with my spread, is to find a header. So let's see if I can find one. Okay, so here, this one right here says important. So I can cover this up with important, and it no longer says reflect. So that's another way that you can cover up words that you don't want in your spreads. I sometimes like to do that with these types of stickers. This one I could cover up the reflection. Here's another one that you can cover up. These are like a little question type of sticker. It says, what do you love about life? And instead, because again, I like to use things for functional reasons in my planner spreads, you could just cover it up with a header. So I'm gonna grab one of those. This one says today, and I'm just gonna cover this up like so. There. Okay, so now this is more of a functional box than a kind of like prompt type of box that you can write in. This is another type of sticker that I would edit with headers because I like using long sidebar stickers, but this one's like a goal-oriented book, and so there's some like prompts in here too. And for me, I don't really need these type of prompts in my planner. So I would just, if I was using this on the side, I mean, you can always wet it out. Oops. You can always wipe them out, but sometimes I get distracted with the whiteout. It's really bright compared to this sticker, so sometimes it's better just, you can white it out but then put something on top so it's not as obvious. So I would take a little header. This one, even it says goals, so what is your goal this week? I would take that as like, what are the things I want to do for the week? So I probably would leave that because that kind of fits with my functional type of planning. But this one, I don't really need these more in-depth, trying to reach your goal type of prompts. So for me, I would just cover this up with a little to-do here. And then I can do a to-do section there. And then at the bottom, do a little priority section for the week down here. And cover that up. And then you can even put like little check marks in there to make a little list for yourself and really customize this sticker now. Now I can actually use this type of sticker because it works more with the planning that I like to do. If you don't have any header stickers, or maybe the book that you're using or like the color scheme doesn't have something that'll match your spread, what I would do, I'm gonna grab a box. Let me grab a box. Actually, let me grab a box from here. So, I have Jojo's book with all the boxes, and I'm just gonna grab this one right here. put this down. And geez, I can't put stickers down straight today. So if you wanted to put a header on here, you could always make a header yourself and write it in. I love using these little strips right here. They're the perfect header size. They're almost as small as a header, but they work perfectly for a header. I'm gonna just offset it a little bit, and then I'm just going to write in here. I usually, like when I do my own headers, I like to write in remember, because I don't know, I like the way I write it, and then it fills in the box very nicely. But you can also write in to do, priority. If it's like errands, you can write in errands. I can't put that sticker down straight. So I'm gonna write in remember. Okay, and then that'll be like my little header for remember. And then one other thing is, don't be afraid, like obviously all of the stickers that I put down are all horizontally placed, because I feel like that's the standard way to put them. But if you have a box, let me grab one of these boxes. Okay, I'm just gonna grab this one here. I sometimes, when I'm feeling like I want it to look a little different than everything else that I have on the spread, I will put it, let me grab a header. Let me grab like a different color. I'll just write, I'll put important vertically. I don't know, I feel like that gives it like a different look, and you can kind of vary it. You could put it going this way, you could put it on the other side, you could put it more towards the top. It's just a different look, and I really like that. Or you can even put it, instead of putting everything on the top, you can place them on the bottom, on the corners or wherever. Yeah, just kind of play around with it, different looks, and see what you prefer. But those are my tips on using headers in your planners. Let me know down in the description or in the comments if you have any other ways that you like to use them. I'd love to hear. And I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. And I hope to see you all in the next one.